So we've arrived in Patensie. It's raining. The rain caught up with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. Driving that road was notorious for being slippery and wet and muddy. It's like a baby poo, snotty layer on top of it. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Now, one of the things my dad did to me when I was a kid, when I had to open the gate, was drive away from him. He drove away from me as I was about to get in the car. And I'm going to do it to him.
Young kid, my mother, we had a Nash car. My mother hadn't got her license yet. I was trying. So I said, okay, got the basics. He said, right, we're going to town, you can drive. So we came along here with older old Connie sitting in the back. And in those days there were a couple of wild ostriches that lived around here. So we're coming along on the road, bush. And the next thing out comes this ostrich, takes a look at us, and he starts to sort of down the road in front. Well, my mother wasn't that adept at driving, and she drove into this poor bloody ostrich. Boof! Just slowly. Well, I tell you what, my father, my mother, and what and we nearly wet ourselves because this ostrich continued running with a limp. With his head turned back, looking at us as to say, what do you think you're doing?
It might be ivory.
This is where I asked my father-in-law if I could marry my wife. So first time the kids are here, and now we're going to what's called Dick's Dam. So it was one of the farmers, and this is where my dad used to bath instead of showering. And we used to come and sit here and have lunch and swim, and that was over 16 years ago. That was the first time I'm back. So we've just entered the Baviaanskloof. We just stopped off at a place that we thought we needed to get a permit from, and we don't. But we're on our way to a campsite called Kudu Kaya. I think it's one word. There we go, the ever-present radio. We're busy waiting with my brother-in-law Juan and Brigitte. They just quickly made a phone call before we lose signal. But we're on our way to the campsite, about 30 k's away. 15 kilometers, 30 minutes. It's beautiful, this place. It absolutely is beautiful. You know, looking forward to getting to the campsite. When we get there, we'll take some film and show you what it looks like. We just arrived at our campsite. It's a beautiful little spot. This is right next to the river. I need to go look at it now. We're just getting set up. Juan, the camp director, is getting us all set up. There's 220 volts here, lights, hot water, toilets. Beautiful spot.
Ek wil eers ietsie warms ingooi. Nie hot chocolate nie Milo nie. 'n 3-jaartjie.
Ietsie wat jy gaan warm maak.
3-jaartjie. Die kinders het al die breakfast omtrent opgeëet, which is good.
Ja.
Het was 'n enjoyable trip geweest vanmiddag.
Ja, dat was baie lekker.
En dit was eintlik lekker om jou pa te sien en jy 'n bietjie dan net vir hom dag te sien.
Yes.
Dit was baie nice geweest. Thanks for that.
Ek is reg vinger. Lang dag baie reën, maar dit is nie weer reën.
Yes.
Dit is absoluut nie weer reën. So Ons sal maar sien. Dink ons gou 'n bietjie droogte vir die dag.
Ja, 'n bietjie vuur om warm te maak.
4 en dan kan ons slaap.
That's it. Peter, it's your turn to do the chips.
It's my turn to do the chips. So we're having some lekker burgers and chips with giant little cold oil chips. But yeah, life is good.
Are you doing it in English style? You're cutting the chips from left to right, not right to left.
From bottom to top and from right to left. Eh?
Excellent. Maar is jy gelukkig?
Ek is baie gelukkig. Hier 'n lekker lintbolletjie, die vuurtjie brand gesellig.
Erika? You set up?
Does it look like this setup?
Yeah, it looks like my setup as well at the moment. A hurried setup.
Yes, with
Yeah.
the toilet paper in the back. Just in case.
Yeah, well, that indicates what's going on in the background over here.
It's the first step out of bed when the clouds start rolling in, when the flowers lose their head. It's the lies that keep them smiling. I feel I'm slowly dying, like the world is just a song. Stop it spinning.
So we've just entered the actual Baviaanskloof, the World Heritage Site. Stopped at a gate called Poortjies, I hope I got that right. Had to purchase our permits, do all the paperwork to get in there. Pretty quick process. Permits are really affordable. The road we're driving on now, I believe, was built by Sir Thomas Bain a very long time ago. We've driven many of his passes around South Africa, so this is just one more to take off the tick box. And if you're that way inclined, probably a good idea to come down here. Not done the same and drive the roads. It's pretty amazing that something that was built, 100 plus years ago, still very usable as long as it's maintained. Hint. We're going to a place called Doringkloof. It's, according to my GPS, 67 kilometers from here. We're going to take a nice easy drive there, see what comes up, and stop, have a meal or two, or maybe a beer or two. Maybe go off on the side tracks and see if there's something interesting to drive along. Joan's looking for a place called Telkom Tower, which apparently has got a bit of a 4x4 route to get up there. I don't know what I'm going to do with my trailer, because I've got that with me at the moment, so I don't usually use it.
Life just beyond the horizon, round and round and round and round again. Just know when you've had enough, when you don't know what to do, you don't measure up to what they tell you should be. It goes round and round and round and round again.
It's really steep here. Have a look
Yeah,
at
life goes on and on, it's like around the bend. Oh, and there's a new sun rising, there's no use crying. Oh, climbs just beyond the horizon, round and round and round and round again. So don't let them keep you down. Don't let them keep you down. Oh no, don't let them keep you down. Oh, don't let them keep you down.
Oh,
Marika.
Marika.
41 years old and
Feeling old.
are you tired? Don't worry, we did 35 minutes in 10Ks now. On 10Ks.
Nice. So they could
So-
lose us another 2 hours.
Hello, Chase. Do you want to be on here?
Hello. The water goes from cold to hot and back to cold.
It's birthday cake for Marika. She is 41 today. You can see by the wrinkles. And I have actually done this for your birthday in Namibia somewhere.
Yes, I want to
Some river somewhere. But it's half a beer can, cut it in half, and then you make ice cream cake. The recipe is very simple. It's ice cream and cake flour. And I've got something extra in there. For Marika, it's 18 powder.
Thank you.
But that's about it. And we're going to put some coals in it, like baking a bread.
Yeah.
And then it should be cake. Little cupcakes, beer cakes.
The one for 41.
There we go.
51.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Marika.
Happy
birthday to you.
Happy.
And many more.
Happy.
Good morning. So most of us woke up a few hours ago here at Doringkloof, and I started collapsing camp, heading off to the next camp. The name I can't remember right now. It's probably like an hour away, so we're not in a big rush. Maybe doing a bit of a 4x4 trip here at Doringkloof. We still got to figure out whether it's worthwhile doing. If there's anything more than a grade 3, in other words 4, definitely not 5. I'm in the mood for that. We'll probably do it. Off in the distance under the tree, Dieter and Marika on breakfast duty. He's doing his famous curried wors and some other bits and pieces. There's Jim Brigitte still doing some of their things. So you may notice here in front of me, there's 3 rocks on the ground. That's because Dieter went mining for water this morning. When he pulled his peg out of the ground, he struck gold. In other words, the water mains here in the campsite, and now you can see it's caused a bit of a flood. In fact, as I've raised up this piece of ground, if I push my foot on it, I don't know if you can see that it's moving. So there's quite a bit of water under there. Anyway, quickly rushed off for a shower before they shut the mains off. Yeah, looking forward to a good day.
So we got some leftovers from last night. The baked potatoes that were a bit glassy,
Yeah.
so I'm cooking them extra long now. And we've got some beautiful kitty wors, which I know that you love, Hugh and
Yes.
Cecile. With some other wors, and then we're going to mix up the potatoes, some cooked mushrooms, some bacon with some eggs, and yeah, have a massive feast.
Yes.
I think it's all the leftover food that we just chuck in together, and that usually comes up with a good concoction, so we'll wait and see.
Can't wait.
We love no wastage.
Exactly. Waste not, want not.
So we've decided to do a route here on the farm at Doringkloof. If you don't understand Afrikaans, doring means thorn. They're everywhere. the thorn trees, but it's beautiful over here. Anyway, we're doing a route over here on the farm. They've got 5 different routes. Their highest grading is grade 5. We're not going to be doing that. We're doing probably grade 3 or 4 according to one of the guys that was helping us out. It costs 100 Rand a vehicle, which is quite reasonable to maintain the tracks. It's a beautiful landscape. Looking forward to this. I haven't actually done a 4x4 route for quite some time.
Ma, doen my gou 'n guns. Mama. Pa. Pa. Dad, don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Die kar se wiel is so ver opgelig.
Hiervoor.
Yes. Stand still. Dis nie veilig daar nie. Maar moet uit die pad uit.
Nee, is er niet. Dat gaat goed. Oei, oei, oei. Wat? Ik ga zo net het klippel onder zitten. Die staan er ja. Wat?
Die doet zo mooi gesprong, maar hij heeft niet goed gespeeld.
Left back in front of it, not in the back. Just so they can lift a bit. You want to do an inspection quickly? Iets ook krap. Nog maar zo. Kan ons nog iemand iets ook krijgen?
Ja, do you want to jump there?
Yes. Just wait there. You stand there. Close. Okay, that's it. Come on.
right out towards that edge. Not like a bicycle. Anyway,
Okay, ek is dus lief vir jou. Okay.
Guys, I've got bad news. I don't think, if I force it, I might make it. If you force it, you might. But this is loose rock. Everything is 4 pebbles and there's massive floater that's dwarf in the pad.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, then we need to come back. No, I don't think it's worth the risk up here.
Waar gaan jy draai?
Nee, maar jy sal draaiplek kry.
Yeah, I agree. It looks fucking steep.
Alright, so we got to a point on this trail where firstly we were wondering whether or not there's a turnaround point because it's supposed to be a 2 or 3 hour trip and it's ending up being quite a bit longer than that. And everybody's hungry and angry, so hangry at the same time. And we got to the point of the trail, like, no, you can't go any further because that's looking pretty tough. That was very loose sandstone rock which is in this area. It's not worth taking the risk. We've all got to drive back to Cape Town tomorrow. So we decided to turn around and go back down that track. We just fought our way up and hopefully get back down to the camp in about an hour's time, have something to eat and then get on to the next camp. So we just left Doringkloof after stopping off to have some lunch after our 4x4 trip. It took quite a bit longer than we planned, so we had a bit of a lunch there, shoulder bits. So now we're on our way to a place called Uitspan, which is about 46 kilometers from Doringkloof, still in the Baviaanskloof. I don't know anything about the campsite, so I can't say anything about that now. But I'm looking forward to this. We're on duty tonight. Steaks, salads for the Kirby's. Then up early tomorrow morning and off we go back to Cape Town. End of our trip. But today's been a great day. A bit of fun, a bit of drama in the 4x4 route. Lots of fun. But now it's time to relax.
We're still in the moonlight. It's something sweet. Let it wash over all of me. With you I form my company. Forever close to the unknown. There's no doubts and no regrets.